Sunday, rushing for 180 yards, and my favorite move, the Manson.
What's a Manson?
Roll the clip, I'm going to show you.
And he'll add to that total.
You see right here? He says, I'm a man. Silent.
Shoves away one, shoves away another, and blasts his way into the end zone.
Get off me. I've never seen a single person abuse one running back, one defensive player in such a way. It's like he picked him up and tossed him to the side. You know what that tells everybody? When you're getting Adrian Peterson's way, get out the way. Either lay down and try and trip him, or don't be in the way at all. Because this dude will straight disrespect you. Adrian, for your 180 yards and that gangster, oh so gangster move, you are definitely
Ballin'. So we had Derek Jeter, who broke the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig's hits record as a Yankee with 2,722 hits since he's came into the league. I have to say, this is impressive. And when you beat out Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, people like that, you're just putting yourself in the pantheon of baseball greats, and there's no other word to express this but the fact that you are just ballin'.
Next up, we got Mark Sanchez, and the rookie quarterback was looking oh so sharp, like myself, on Sunday in his first game as quarterback. More impressive than his stats was this. I'm going to give you Mark Sanchez's stats on third down. The most important down in any NFL game if you ask any coach. On third down, this man won 12 of 15 for 191 yards and 1 TD. That is ridiculous. The dude only didn't convert third downs 2 times when given the opportunities. For him to display that type of confidence and composure in his first ever NFL start, Sanchez, dirty Sanchez. You are definitely ballin'.
USC quarterbacks are good. Next up we have Ichiro Suzuki, who was the first player in Major League Baseball history to ever go for 9 consecutive seasons with 200 hits or more. All I have to say is I'm thoroughly impressed with this, but I just beg to wonder what the potential could have been if he hadn't played like 5 years in Japan before he came over here.
Sure,
could he have been the first player to 15 seasons, to 14 seasons? Ichiro, for doing this, you are ballin'. Been good since you had, I don't know.
Next up, we have Drew Brees. Drew Brees was making it look easy on Sunday, throwing for 258 yards and 6. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns against Detroit. I mean, I know it's just Detroit. And I know it's like playing a Pop Warner football team. And I know they are certified trash. However, for the fact that you personally almost put up 100 fantasy football points, my dude, you are ballin'.
Detroit's about to join the Big Ten. Next up, we have Tiger Woods, who shot a 62 on Sunday. A 62. A 62!
Gangster.
Alright, there's nothing to say, but wow. Tiger Woods, course record, world record, universe record. At the end of the day, Tiger Woods is a man shooting 62s. That's why he's the greatest golfer to ever play the game and to ever walk the planet. And for that, you are ballin'.
62-inch rims on his car.
Hey, I'll get him.
Next up, we got the freshman QBs who stood out this past weekend. Forcier, Prince, and Barkley. And the person I'm most impressed with is Forcier. Because this dude, against Notre Dame, a team that was supposed to whip Michigan up, he was running around out there looking like he was a third-year starter. He made all the right plays, made all the right moves, completed all the right passes. Let me give you this man's stats. He was 23 of 33 for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns passing. Then he ran for another 80 yards and another TD. That dude personally willed them to victory. I just hope they don't turn him into the next Tebow and start slurping him like they slurped Timmy. But Forcier and the other ones, Barkley for beating Ohio State, and Prince for beating down Tennessee, you QBs are definitely ballin'. That's it for Certified. Next up, we got the first cousin of Certified Ballin', the stank cousin with the lazy eye.
Hey, what's wrong with the lazy eye?
In a segment we like to call the unfamiliar.
Game recognized game, Granddad.
I recognize game. Your granddaddy recognized game.
Game recognized game, and you looking kinda unfamiliar right now.
First up in the unfamiliar, we got Jay Cutler. The person who my brother says, you don't trade Jay Cutler. You don't trade Jay Cutler.
Still don't.
You don't trade a QB who's in his prime. Well, you know what that prime time QB did in his grand opening in Chicago? He just threw for 4 interceptions. That's right, INTs, not TDs, INTs. J. You thought you was a baller, but right now you're looking
Kinda unfamiliar right now.
Next up, we have Ohio State. Ohio State, who hyped themselves up. They had Terrell Pryor. They were going to win. But for some reason, they lose at home 18-15 with the USC team, once again, who has 9 new defensive starters, who has a true freshman playing quarterback, and for some reason, they're walking around with a sense of a moral victory. Ladies and gentlemen of Ohio, if you lose to a team who's starting a true freshman and 9 new starters on the defense and who lost their entire linebacking core to the NFL draft, it is pathetic. And the fact that you lost not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 straight times to top flight talent when you played them, you are looking
Kinda unfamiliar right now.
Next up, we got Jake Delhomme. Daylight coming. Send his ass back home. Because this fool is trash. He is so bad that his performance over the past 2 games, he has thrown 9 interceptions and has had 2 fumbles. That's right.
And
9
1 touchdown.
interceptions, 2 fumbles, and 1 touchdown. His performance has been so bad that it has sparked the citizens of Carolina to put him for sale on Craigslist. That's right. They put him up for sale on Craigslist like a jalopy.
like he's a slave.
Like it's the old couch that you had in college that you used to get down on. Like the old battered chair that you had since 1925 that was in your grandpappy's basement. This dude is done, and the fact that you have put out the most pathetic performances, Jake, you're looking
Kinda unfamiliar right now.
Next up, we have Florida State. And you know what? I was on the Florida State bandwagon after the Miami.
Florida State is back.
One of the best games I've ever seen. Florida State, Miami, and back. And then you know what they did? You know what Florida State did? These traitorous ACC teams who can't seem to play with Division I AA talent these days. They only beat Jacksonville State 19-9. Yes, I said 19-9. They played at home. They almost lost to Jacksonville State. I don't care if Brandon Perry is their quarterback. The fact that you let this team hang with you and only beat them by 10 in their Division I AA school is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And Bobby Bowden, I'm starting to think he might need to retire. I'm really starting to think it might be that time, and Jimbo Fisher might not need to be that coach in waiting. But because you did that, that's looking
Kinda unfamiliar right now.
And that's it for the unfamiliar. Now it's time for our favorite segment. It's a little bit strange,
a little bit off the wall,
a little bit
but
peculiar,
always guaranteed to be
100% ridiculous.